Hello, this is Sebastien here, candidate for City Councillor Ward 19. We're knocking on doors today north of Danforth, and I met Dave and Laura, and they have some very interesting thoughts about the neighborhood. Right?
Oh, we do.
So, what are we talking about today?
Stop signs. So one of the things that our current councillor did do for this part of our town was erect 14 stop signs in and
Just
around.
double check the number of stop signs. It could be 10 and not 14. But either way, it's a lot of stop signs in a small amount of space.
Allegedly, they had received complaints. I'm fine with traffic calming zones. However, one particular stop sign is at the corner of where Lumsden and Chisholm meet on an S curve. This stop sign is probably one of the strangest I've encountered, because you can't see, depending on which stop you're at, all the other cars or all the other avenues which cars could come from, because it's on an S curve that's blind. So,
We have the right of way. We have the right of way.
Oh yeah, this is scary.
That's what really happens every day.
If it's just a two-way stop, right, it does put the onus on the people on Chisholm to know where they're going, right, and to be paying attention, because you can see from that angle. Now we'll go west on Lumsden. So again, if I stop at the white line, now we can't see.
We can't see what's over there.
Who's coming north? And look, there's a car again.
Right there. There's
And
another one.
car who wasn't quite sure if I was coming through or not.
I think that was better than what we have now, because the two-way stop, at least the folks on Chisholm had responsibility for what's going through.
I asked why that was erected as such, and I was actually given information on how to use a four-way stop by somebody that worked for our councillor, which totally, it actually made me quite upset. Like, I didn't know how to use a four-way stop, but it didn't even address the issue that the sight lines are dangerous. So again, from Chisholm you can see all four. It's from the much more busy Lumsden side that you don't. This was originally a stop sign. This was originally a stop sign on the other side.
So they've made Lumsden the stop as well, making it four-way.
Yeah. So in my mind, the solution is honestly a traffic light. I can certainly see that if you are trying to go straight on Chisholm or you're trying to turn off Chisholm, it is difficult when it was just two stop signs, but the four-way stop is more dangerous because of the lack of sight lines. There's a street on Danforth that, right near Sobeys, that has like off-centered lights, and it works fine. Like, I don't understand why they don't think lights would work there. So a true story though is, like, a couple of years ago, a drunk driver just missed the S entirely and drove straight in the house, right? So I'm sure those people are extra sensitive to wanting that kind of stuff, but like, it was a one-off thing, like, and the lady was hammered. Like, it had nothing to do with the stop sign or no stop sign. I think was ill thought out, but again, there's not a lot of thought that goes into anything that occurs around our part of the ward, so I shouldn't really be surprised. But that's why I think we really need to look into a change of councillor for somebody who will serve the whole ward. Sebastien is proven as a person that he's loyal, trustworthy, he's honest, he sticks to his guns. I think it's refreshing to have somebody that's new to politics. Political experience at the municipal level to me isn't important, mainly because you need to have experience in the city. And he's an entrepreneur who's worked to better himself and the community that he's part of. I feel in some of the municipal politics in the past, our area's been ignored. Anything north of the Danforth seems to fall off the map. So to have somebody that cares enough to come out here, to come up to around Crescent Town and see people like me and engage us in conversation, I think it would be a fresh change for Town Hall. I've been disappointed with the last councillor we had, mainly because it was clear that his agenda was only toward the beach. He only cares about the beaches. I can't even say that word without laughing. All his energy seemed to be toward only two things, which is items that are south of the Danforth, and he has a passion for cycling. And while I support cycling, we have a lot of needs north of the Danforth as well, and they're just not being met. And it seems like they fall on deaf ears quite a bit. From very, very simple things like, for the past 2 seasons, the water fountain in Taylor Creek is the last water fountain turned on in Toronto. I've had to email them both years to remind them to turn it on, and they did. It also has been leaking in the dog bowl, a portion of the fountain, for 2 years, and it seems like nobody's been able to get a wrench out there to just fix it. And that's pretty much the only interaction that I've actually gotten responses for. Whenever I ask about, a couple friends of ours wanted to see if we could put an ice rink in Dentonia Park. That was mildly supported and then disappeared. And I've never received an email from Brad himself. All my emails have been from other people that work for him. And I just feel like it's just been a very hands-off approach to anything that's not in his little niche. We had an excellent councillor up here who did care for our area and was very visible and very local. That was Janet Davies. And I believe she actually supported Brad in the last election. But he just seems to be very dismissive of the few things that we've asked him for in this neighborhood. I mean, I can't speak for other people, but I do know anecdotally that other people on this street, other people in and around, the northern part of this ward, have tried to contact him for many different reasons and kind of just get blown off. So it just doesn't seem like there's not even a polite desire to help. It seems that there's just a kind of a feeling of just go away and leave me alone. I don't hate him as a person, but he's been an ineffective counselor for us for sure. Vote Auger.
He's okay. There's like a bee.
It's fine. I'm allergic. Holy Christ!
Oh yeah.
That was one of the best. That's one of the best reactions ever. Holy Christ!
Vote for Sebastien.
If you have a local story to share or a problem you'd like to examine, please contact me and I'll come and see you.